What's good, y'all? I see State just popped it. What's good? You like that shit? You like the intro?
What's up, bro? What's up?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
trying to get my man Evergreen's beat, but I couldn't get the beat to work. But I'm gonna play it one more time so you can see it from the beginning. Yeah, man, I like this.
Yes, sir. That intro is tough, bro.
And Paolo clearly a star.
What's up, man? How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. But I'm superstitious. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to do. I don't know what I shouldn't be doing. I don't. I'm afraid to say the wrong thing.
Well, whoever is tuned in, y'all live and direct, and we are tuned into the draft. So I'm just like you. I'm very superstitious. That's why I've been like trying to give positive energy for past 2-3 months. My Knicks, our Knicks, all of our Knicks, we deserve a top 4 pick. We did not tank this season. We didn't do no bullshit by pulling players. Tibbs, whatever philosophies me and Eru disagree with, he still didn't tank. And also just for the fans too, for the fan base, like we deserve this. So I've been crossing my fingers. We got Brock Aller in the back. He's the first person who's going to see the lottery actually be drawn. And William Worldwide West is our guy at the podium representing us tonight. So I don't know. I'm confident though. I'm very confident. I feel good.
Well, we got like a 9% chance to get in the top 4, right? 9 point something percent chance. 2% chance to get the 1, 2% to get the 2, 2% to get the 3, and 2% to get the 4. Yeah, but I mean, it's happened what 3 times in like since the lottery's been going on.
Yeah, but it's been happening a lot. Teams been moving up a lot since the lottery changes.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can get that same luck. Man.
I'm hoping so, man. Because I mean, we've been moving back ever since the lottery started. That's 37 years. So I mean, we did win the first one. So not many teams can say they won the lottery at least once. You know what I'm saying? So we did win it one time, but I mean, it would be so awesome for the Knicks to do that, because all the great teams they tend to get super lucky and get that next like like God talent. You know what I'm saying? Like you get Paul Pierce, the next thing you get KG and Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? Magic Johnson, he gets drafted to James Worthy and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All these weird shit happen. So why not the Knicks?
I actually, the Lakers drafted. They got Magic first, and then they got a couple years later. I think like 2-3 years later, they was able to get another top 5 pick and draft James Worthy.
Yeah.
So that's just
before that they had won a championship. They already had Kareem. They already had Norman Nixon. They already had a squad already, and they still got Magic.
Yeah, and that's not to be hating on them. That's just that goes to say like how much luck you need in your franchise for everything to go your way. Like everything got to go your way.
Yeah, man. Orlando, they traded that pick. They got Shaq and they got Penny back-to-back years. I mean, not back-to-back years, but like, it's just crazy, man. How that gets set up like that.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. These NBA teams, man. I'm like, look at the teams that's in the conference finals, and you got Boston. They wasn't brought. That team was made. They was not a brought team. Miami, that team was made. That wasn't a brought. Well, it was made and brought at the same time. Like it's a mix of everything.
But Miami's always about their business, man. They'll draft well. They'll trade whoever they need to trade, but they always got a Miami Heat squad out there. We always could say that is a Miami Heat team always for them.
Yeah. So, Miami, they're nice to look at. And look at Golden State. They got Golden State is like, I envy Golden State. These dudes got Kuminga, Moody, and Wiseman. Those dudes is not even playing right now.
Right.
And they still drafted Curry. They still drafted Clay. They still drafted Draymond. They still drafted Poole. Did they draft Looney? Hell, he might as well be one of their draft picks.
Yeah,
Like,
I think he was drafted.
that team wasn't brought. Like, that team was made.
Yeah. Well, they did have a nice setup though. They had Bogut and those guys. They had a nice setup with David Lee. They had made some trades to get there, but then after that first year and they won that first championship, all those guys were gone, and it was all homegrown stuff that they had there. So.
Yep. So, it's
Hopefully we could do something like that. Like get some draft picks while we still winning, trying to win with like whatever, and then when it's time, we just get rid of everybody and move everybody up where they should be.
Yeah, but it's not just about getting the draft picks. It's about making trades as well, right? So the Warriors now, you got a chance. Like, if this season don't end well, you got a chance to go get Ayton. Probably you could probably trade a couple pieces for Ayton in a sign and trade deal. You'll probably pay a hell of a crazy ass luxury tax, but that's something you could look at.
Yeah, a dude like that is dangling right now. So I mean, he still hasn't reached his potential. He's been doing, between 16, excuse me, like 14 to 18 points per game, 11, 12 rebounds like that per game during the season. So he still hasn't even gotten to the point where he's the man. Like in Phoenix, in the final, not in the finals, the last series, he got kind of embarrassed a little bit. They're kind of like dragging him through the coals now all over ESPN and stuff like that. But I mean, that dude is still so young. He still didn't reach where he's going to be. So right now it's a good opportunity to try to get a dude like that.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Like where we're at right now, like in our roster build, roster construction, like what we're actually trying to accomplish, this pick can like change a couple things.
No doubt about it, man.
Sure.
I'm gonna risk getting like a strike or something. I gotta put this on the screen because I'm gonna break my neck looking back and forth here. I got it on two screens here.
Oh, you about that? All right. All right, cool. You about oh man.
Yeah, I got it there. So I'll pop it in and out. They're about to give the Knicks up in a second.
Yeah. You see they highlighting Dame right now. Shout outs to Portland. Portland is another team. Portland and the Knicks. Those are my two teams right now that I'm looking at, and I'm like, yo, if those are the two teams you could give a top 4 pick to, and nobody scoff at that.
Right. Look nice, man. I like his little jacket. Trying to get his beard game going. I see that.
Ooh, Rockets, Detroit, OKC, Orlando. I would like for Orlando to get the 1 pick out of that group. The Knicks got a 2% chance to get the number 1 pick. If you roll dice and you a guy who like to stop big, this is one of your nights, brother. 2% chance.
None of those guys that got the most chances to get the high pick, none of them deserve it. Because all of those teams are a bunch of jackasses, drafting the wrong players. They don't know how to build around nobody.
Yeah.
I would like to see a team that can really, really use these picks.
But you can also like looking on a person's face, you can also see William Wesley smiling a little bit. I like that smirk. That's a confident smirk.
That's cocaine, man. I'm feel like he does a lot of cocaine. Look at this motherfucker, man.
Oh, look at David Robinson, man. He look crazy.
Look at the nostrils, bro.
Oh, swing cash. Oh my God, black don't crack. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ. I wish you could put that woman on the screen right now. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ.
She just made the Hall of Fame and everything, man. She's
she's Hall of Fame with all due respect.
One of the greatest. She's bad, man. She's mad cool too. She's definitely really cool. Look at this jackass. It's a bonus.
OKC absolutely does not deserve the 1 pick at all. They don't deserve a top 4 pick. With all due
Nah, man.
respect.
They need to pull them out the league. Make them go back to Seattle with the bullshit, man. They're not trying to win. What are they trying to do?
That was disrespect. It's disrespectful to me when people say, "Oh, okay, see, they should get a top." Nah, hell no, they shouldn't, man. The hell with that.
Shout out to Nick Collison. They kept that dude's career.
Yo, look, Worldwide West got a smirk on his face. Like, I cannot get rid of that. Like,
I'm telling you, that's the cocaine, man.
nah, I think all right.
You think he knows something?
He
You can't control it. You got no poker face.
Yeah, he don't got no poker face. Hopefully, I'm hoping, man. Hoping. It's 8:17, 8:18. So we got 10 minutes left. So Diehard. Oh, they about to speak now. So
Where are they right now? They're in New York?
Chicago.
2022 NBA draft presented by State Farm.
So the 14th pick goes to Cleveland.
Not too loud, man. Not too loud.
Oh, not too loud.
The 13th pick belongs to the Charlotte Hornets. Picking 12th will be the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oklahoma City receives this pick
Knicks
from
and
the
Knicks.
LA Clippers because of the Paul George trade.
The 11th pick goes to the New York Knicks.
It is what it is, man.
Pick number 10
It is what
made
it
by
is.
the Washington Wizards.
No surprises yet. Pick still going according to form.
It was like a 74% chance to get the 11th pick. Look at this guy. Look at Tom Thibodeau. He said, I wasn't playing that motherfucker anyway.
Oh my God.
Man, Tom Thibodeau's a piece of shit, man. I want to see who gets that number 1 pick. So far, nobody moved yet, right?
New Orleans receives this pick from the LA Lakers because of the Anthony.
Nah, nobody moved yet.
The 7th pick in the NBA draft belongs to the Portland Trailblazers.
Wow, that means Sacramento has moved up to the top 4.
Sacramento moved up into the top 4.
Yeah, fuck Sacramento.
Number 6 goes to the Indiana Pacers.
Only one envelope remaining before we know all of the teams in the top 4.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
The 5th pick will be made by
Oh my goodness, bro.
So you ahead of me a little bit. Who's in the top 4 right now? Detroit. Oh, Detroit got the 5th. Those freaking bums. So it was the Kings, OKC, and I guess we'll find the Magic, and who else? Oh, was the Rockets? The Rockets, Magic, OKC, and the Kings, right? Wow.
Yeah.
Listen, NBA
This
players can reach anything, just like they assume they can't afford great insurance. State Farm has rates to fit any budget.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts, man? What's your reaction right now to this? There's nothing you can do, man. Nothing you can do about it.
You know,
because I can reach it.
At least now you just know. You know what I'm saying? You know what to deal with. You know, we got Ty. You know, Ty's coming to the Knicks now. You know, should be good for like the next 6 months.
fire up your morning with Taco Bell's new $5 Bell breakfast box.
I should have taken the
But they got us the Tinkathon. They got us picking Jalen Duran now. Come on, man. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't.
Any year, any condition.
Oh, I get it. She can take your old phone.
Oh God, yo.
And trade it in for something new.
Tim look like an old cat. Like he do. He look like his house smell like shit.
Great trade.
I don't even know what to say, bro.
With any Galaxy trade. Any
I mean, it's the odds, the odds, 75, 74%, whatever it was, we were gonna get the 11th pick. So At least we didn't go backwards. If we went backwards, then it would have been like, come on, you just kicking, just beating a dead horse.
Right to the wrong used car site. Remember,
Next, man, you want to get these meaningless, stupid ass wins. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, it's meaningless because this guy Tom Thibodeau didn't, the games that we should have won. He kind of sabotaged this. So I mean, Jarrell is how he's saying that Jalen Duran is a good pick. If we let Mitchell Robinson go, then it might work. But even if we do keep Mitchell Robinson, well, we're definitely gonna have to get rid of what's his name? Mr. Glass. Freaking Nerlens Noel, we're gonna have to get rid of him. I don't know.
That's how you got it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I tell you what, though. I tell you what. If we get Duran, this guy Jalen Duran, whatever his name is, if we get him with Jericho Sims, I think that's a solid center spot there. You just run with the inexperience at center, and then you just grow with RJ.
Tibbs gonna play Taj Gibson ahead of that dude, so I don't even care about the pick. And it's like it is plausible. Like it's not even something like you could kind of argue against. Tibbs is going to play. He's going to play Taj Gibson over Jalen Duran, bro.
Yeah, hopefully Taj Gibson retires or something before that.
Oh my god!
Still got some game in him, man. So. I'm just laughing to keep from crying because it does suck though. It would have been really nice to get something to get like a high pick or whatever. Well, I mean, Tibbs is the big story, man. So do we trade this pick?
I don't even care. What Tibbs gonna DMP him? Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, yo.
Well, like you say, politics as usual. Obi Toppin didn't deserve to play his first rookie year, but he did play every single game. Whether he was trash or not. So maybe, say a guy like Jalen, maybe, he'll play his little minutes and stuff. And maybe he can be that guy.
In the 2022 NBA draft presented by State Farm goes to
because he is the best center.
Yo, they about to do that bullshit, yo. I already see yo.
Are you ahead of me though?
Yo, no way.
The Kings got the 4th, right?
The second pick will be made by the Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. So it's the Rockets, right? Oh, it's Orlando Magic again. Orlando Magic got the #1 pick again. That sucks.
Been awarded the first pick in the 2022 draft. They will pick #1 for the 4th time in franchise history after taking Shaq back in 1992, Chris Webber in 93, and
that sucks. So I mean, how many more centers do they need over there in Orlando? Are they going to draft Chet again? I would assume they're going to take Pablo Panchero. I'm going to assume that. What do you think? Who do you think they take?
I'm taking Pablo Panchero.
So if Orlando, Orlando is the #1 pick now. That's the #1. They got the #1 slot. So, wow, man, that's incredible. That's incredible. Tankathon has them taking Chet. I think they have to take Holcomb. I mean, because they already signed one center to like a multi-year contract, and then they still got Mo Bamba to figure out. And then I mean, it's a wasted team to go to Orlando. That sucks. That really does suck. Yeah, if there was a team that didn't deserve to get the #1 pick, it probably was Orlando Magic, and they got the #1 pick. Yeah, man, fuck Orlando. Orlando's another team that needs to go somewhere. They need to go to move to Kansas City or something like that.
Orlando might pick Shet because Jalen Suggs and Shet was high school teammates.
Okay, they might do that. So we think about OKC. That's another team that don't deserve the second pick. Who are they gonna pick?
All the small markets stay getting the number 1 pick.
Yeah, Orlando and OKC don't deserve to be in the NBA. And straight like that. The Houston Rockets, it's a big chance for them to get like a really good player. They're gonna have their chance with Chet. They're gonna have their chance with Banchero, and Jabari Smith too, if they think he's good enough, Because Houston, they got a nice little young core, so adding another top pick is dope for them. For that group.
Yeah.
That group is fun. Detroit, I hate Detroit, man. They're probably gonna end up getting a nice player too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside of that, all these shooting guards and stuff that they have, a couple power forwards and stuff. Like if this really happens and Jalen Durant really goes down to number 11, the first center pick, who do you like better, Jalen Durant or Mark Williams?
A center? Really?
Yeah. If you had
to
win. Well, I mean, we pick 11 now, man. So we're gonna have to pick like whoever's left out of these wings here.
I'm pretty sure a wing will be left.
AJ Griffin, you got there. Shadon Sharp, Tyson Daniels. You never know where these guys are gonna be taken. Sokan from Baylor, he's pretty good too. Got some hate to him. So anyway, none of these guys seem, they don't seem like a sexy decision. They don't seem like a sexy pick. Something that's gonna move the needle for us. There is an outside chance that we're gonna get a rotational player. We can get a rotational player at 11.
Shaden Sharp going 4 to the Kings. Keegan Murray going 5 to the Pistons.
Who are you looking at? They doing the mock already.
Yeah.
Jabari Smith. I do not think Jabari Smith is that good. They got him above Chet and Banchero.
I mean, let him.
Yeah, let Orlando Magic take Jabari.
Yeah, let the Kings take Shaden Sharp like dummies, and let the Pistons take Keegan Murray like dummies.
Yeah. Let them do that, man. Somebody's gonna fall because these teams are idiots, man. Somebody really good is gonna fall to us at 11, and we're gonna be shocked. Or we might even be in the market to move up in the draft. Because we have a lot of young guys, we have a lot of extra picks. We got possibly Julius Randle, possibly Mitchell Robinson could be out there, ready to deal.
I hope everybody who rooted for those meaningless wins, I hope they got what they deserve tonight. You get the 11th pick and the guy who Tibbs will DNP. I'm almost at the point where I'm ready to just trade the pick. I don't even care about like like I'll look up on it. I'm gonna read up on it. I'm gonna do my homework, but the guy's not even gonna play anyway. So it's either trade up or just trade out the pick for me.
Yeah. I'm good with both, man. But if the Knicks really, if they look at because we've drafted well, we've drafted well, since Scott Perry's been here. We've drafted well, so I trust our guys. Now we got Scott. What's the dude from Utah? We got a bunch of guys in the stable. We got the dudes from OKC, the guy from Cleveland. We got a nice little draft room, So hopefully that, these guys can really come in there and just make a good pick. We can't be afraid to make a pick because it's Tom Thibodeau. And if that's the case, then I wish that they would just get rid of that guy already.
Yeah.
Because yeah. It's causing too much stress for the fan base, really, and even for the players too. Because the players want to play for Tom Thibodeau because he's somebody that's a known name. They know him to be winners. These guys are young, so they don't really know, how to do it, how to win. So they look up to Tom Thibodeau to give him that, to just show them the way per se, or whatever. But this is Swish. So this is I am Jarrell's pick here, man.
Yeah, Durant is a good pick if you sign and trade him, Mitch.
It's a tough dude. All these centers nowadays are so skinny, man.
Yeah. But he's coming in the NBA at like 240, 250.
Yeah. But the 240, 250, they must have lied back in the days. They said Ewing was like 245. Ewing had to be like freaking 3,000 pounds compared, just the way his body type looked compared to these young kids.
Yeah.
Ewing was a beast.
And he's very athletic too. But to me, I wonder what wings would be left. I wonder how far Jaden Ivey will drop.
He's not dropping, bro. He's not dropping. That dude is.
They top 4 mock. They top 5 mock. They didn't have Jaden Ivey in that mock, so I mean he fell.
I don't think he falls. I don't think he falls that far though. From out the top 4, how far do you think he's gonna fall? A guy like that, he's really good. Like, but the most of us common folk, you want to say, all of us say that he's a top 4 pick. Should be the first guard picked. A lot of us say that. So I mean, anything's possible. Anything's possible. He could drop to the 4th. Maybe they might find, like coke residue in his you know what I'm saying, his gym bag or something, or they put out some bogus rumor or something. And then he falls to the Knicks.
So the Pistons, Pacers, Blazers, Pelicans. Pistons, Pacers, Blazers, Pelicans. I would absolutely call the Portland Trailblazers. I think.
What are you gonna tell them? Hello. Hello, this is State.
Yeah, I would call the Blazers. I don't think the Pacers will trade out their pick. The Pelicans, I don't believe they would trade out their pick. No, I believe they would trade down. But assuming where all these teams are at, I think the Knicks can definitely get the 7th pick. What would I trade for that? Obviously the 11th pick, but I would give up more. Or I would ask for that 7th pick for 30, but I don't even know about that anymore. Because I'm like, is that enough value for 30? I don't know if that is. So,
well, if there was a team that's probably going to trade the pick, it's probably going to be Portland, because Portland already got enough young guys there. They already have like the kind of like, they already got their rotation set. All they really need is my man Dame to come back. Once Dame comes back, if they can make a nice little trade to get like another forward, because they don't have they need a forward. They have a lot of guards. They kind of need a power forward. So I mean, Julius Randle would be perfect for them there. So that fits. So if you could trade that, number 7 for Julius is a good trade, because you're talking about a dude that was 20-10-5, and it wasn't many players that could do that last year. So that's leverage there. He's not a bad player.
But that was one of my that was a prediction I had though. If Portland just stays at the 7th pick, I will call them and offer them 30 for that 7th pick.
Yeah.
They got the 7th pick, so I would definitely do that. Now, who would be at 7 for that 7th pick? Woo! That if Ivy or one of those guys falls, you just take the best prospect there.
Yeah, the best guy available, right? Right here. Everything goes the way this looks. Then you're looking at guys like maybe possibly Keegan Murray. You got Shaden Sharp might fall down. AJ Griffin, he might fall. Dyson Daniels probably will be there. Benedict, he's a good player. There's a lot of good players there.
Go up to the top 5 picks.
Yeah.
So they had Shaden Sharp at 4. They had Keegan Murray at 5. Go to Indiana, and I don't think Indiana would take another guard. So then,
Keegan Murray.
See, it's a chance. Now it's a chance, just to be on the positive side, right? It's a chance that Jaden Ivey could fall at 7.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can see it.
Now, what if I would do that deal? So,
even a team like the Pistons, they could take this guy Jalen Duran. They could take him because they really need a center. They can use a big man.
Portland.
The Pistons. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, that could push Jaden Ivey down for a team like the Pistons that don't really need Jaden Ivey. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they would go for Durant there.
Hold on. Now, you gonna like what I'm about to say.
I like most of the stuff you say, man.
What's up with Mitch in that 5th pick, man?
What'd you say?
Mitch something along the lines of Mitch.
Yes.
For the 5th pick.
Yes. For the 5th pick, yes. If they like, because they have money. If they like Mitchell Robinson like that, and Mitchell Robinson wants to get his money, let him go to Detroit and give us the damn 5th pick, you bastards. You know what I'm saying? Give us the guy. You know.
So that's where I'm at with it. Like I'm just trying to see ways how we can move up.
Yeah, but look at it like that. All right, so listen, let's say they do that, right? They say we do trade Mitchell Robinson and we get the 5th pick from Detroit, but we keep our pick at 11. So I mean, you could possibly get your guy Jaden Ivey, and we get Jalen Durant. We think about them apples.
I mean, trying to bleed some light into what transpired tonight.
Yeah, I mean that's a very bright light. That's about as bright as the light that I got shining in my face right now. Shout out to Paris Duggar.
Yeah, shout out to Paris.
Yeah. Nice little super chat. He likes Sokan. Sokan is good, man. He's a decent player. Taller than he's 6'9", 230.
I don't know who the hell that is.
Plays for Baylor. He got some age on him. I think he might be. Is he a junior? Where's he at? Sokan. What the fuck is Sokan? He's a little higher, I think. There he goes. Jeremy Sokan. He's 6'9", 230. He's a freshman. Okay. 13 points, 9 rebounds.
If we stay at 11, the number 11 overall pick was. Oof. This is not a ringing endorsement, neither. Oh my God. Yeah, the Knicks got trade up. Cole Aldridge, Klay Thompson, Myers Leonard, Michael Carter Williams, Doug McDermott, Miles Turner, DeMontis Sabonis, Malik Monk, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Cameron Johnson. There's no so in the past decade, 12 years or so, there has been no needle movers besides Klay Thompson. So that's one out of every 12 years. You get a great player at 11. I don't like those odds. I want to trade up. I don't like those odds.
Well, I mean, listen, man. Like we already painted a picture. We might not even have to trade up. Trading Mitchell Robinson for the 5th pick. That sounds good to me. Trading Julius Randle for the 7th pick. That sounds good to me. Let's do both of those damn moves, man, and get 3 lottery picks in this draft. And let's call that a night. Well, Paris did he mentioned Terry Eason too. I don't really know too much about Terry. Where they got Terry at? Terry, they got him going 15 to LSU. I've seen tape of him. He's a scorer. Well, actually, I did see. I saw him. He played in the tournament. I did see him play. He's by himself in LSU though. 25-9. There's players to be had. There are players to be had here in this draft.
Yeah, but the Knicks got to do what's right. They got to do what's right. They got to make a drastic move. They can't stay at 11. That's some real nonsense. Now that's when I really start to get on Leon Rose, because now I'm like, yo, dude, you're a mad conservative for no reason.
Well, what about this, man? I think this. I don't know if this is a worst case scenario, but trading down just to get rid of like a Nerlens Noel and Burks and stuff like that.
For who? Nerlens Noel and Burks?
Yeah, trade down. Trade our pick, trade the number 11 with one of those guys. Trade down.
I would not trade down in this draft.
Yeah.
But I trust the staff. I trust the people behind the scenes.
What do you know about this guy?
I don't know nothing about nobody in this draft. I'm being real honest with you, bro. Like, I wasn't focused on the draft this year because I expected to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to do a draft special. somebody's going to have to come on and talk about these draft spot prospects. And for the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to have to be doing my homework because we should have never even been looking at the lottery this year. Should have been in the playoffs right now.
Like, yeah, should have, could have, would have,
could have, would have. But Thibodeau thought, Alec Burks he thought he was the best option at point guard.
Well, if we had a better coach that used our roster better, no matter who cares about Burks or whoever he chose to choose. If we had a better coach to put the players in the right position to succeed, we would have made the playoffs. We would have made the playoffs.
Yeah, if Tibbs would have just been, better at coaching, better at his job, just focused on his job this year instead of being an idiot, wanting to win his way. We'd have definitely been in the playoffs. But I definitely will do my homework, Paris Duggar. I'm going to study up for the next 2-3 weeks. Well, I have no choice now.
Well, I mean, you can't study for 2-3 weeks. You sound like Tom Thibodeau, man. We need to do a show tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to do a show tomorrow to talk about it, not 3 weeks from now. We got to get the ball rolling, man. We got to start looking at some guys, watch some tape, get some early opinions, and get it popping, man. Because soon we're gonna start talking to their mothers and to their cousins, all that shit. I'm gonna be stalking people, trying to hit up their baby mother and all that shit. Yo, you want to talk about this guy? Let us know what you think about him.
Oh man,
this dude here, Ochi Abijabi, whatever his name is, Abijai, whatever. I never seen him play, or if I saw Kansas, I never noticed him. I never really noticed him. I mean, but here's another guy to do some research for. 19 points a game. He's a senior, so 17. The 17th pick, he's gonna be like, I don't know, man. Even this guy, Nikola Jovic, he's another guy that's out there.
Ain't playing no fucking 11th pick, man. That's why.
Well, I mean, some of these lower picks, we might be able to get one because I mean, the Knicks have been able to move around in that lower draft, like the last couple drafts. So, we might be able to squeeze out one of those lower picks from one of these teams.
Bro, and dude is giving great rebuttals. Like the 11th pick, they had Duarte, Hero, Holly, but Tibbs won't play the fucking 11th pick. That's my thing. And these all sound like great. The guys that people are putting up in the chat, they all sound like great options. Yeah. What would I want? I want a wing with this pick. That's what I prefer, but I'm just hoping that the Knicks do something to move up in this draft. I'm hoping we could just get up to 7th and, is the championship and was the best player on the team. That's interesting. I'm gonna look them up.
Yeah, we're gonna look up all these guys, man. Go crazy with them. Yeah, man. But I mean, there's a lot of options. Like I said, we don't have to necessarily trade up from the 11th pick. We could probably keep the pick and maybe just use some of these assets that we don't want to use anymore, like Mitchell Robinson. Like I said, I could see Mitchell Robinson going to Detroit, and we taking their 5th pick for the trouble. And if a team like Portland really wants to make that last stand for Dame and try to get another 20-point scorer in there, Julius Randle could be had today. And give us a 7th pick, and something to hold us over, and then we should be for the trouble. You know what I'm saying? And we should be good money. But then if you're talking about stockpiling all these high picks, now you're talking about basically a light rebuild again. Not a rebuild, but a light restart kind of. Now RJ Barrett he's not going to be the guy developing anymore. He's going to be the top dog now.
Yeah. So that development label was shattered off him, shattered off Obi, shattered off basically all our young guys. Basically, the only people you could probably still make excuses for, is Grimes and Deuce McBride.
Yo, Paris said square up. You see that comment? What is his name? Malachi Branham. He said you could take RJ's job, man. He just basically told you to square up, meet him in the back.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that nonsense, man.
Yeah, I'm here for it, man. I'm just into making the Knicks better. So if one point somebody made today that I've heard it before, but I heard it today. I forgot who said it. But they was like, if you're a leader, if your best player is like is not a leader, then you need to get a new best player. If your best player buckles under pressure, you need to change the top player. If like say like well what's they were basically talking about Aiden what's the name DeAndre Aiden, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you have to like give him like this major pep talk every single game in order for him to show up, then you need to get rid of that guy. So we just have to keep that in mind with the guys that we have. We have movable players, and they have value around the league. Julius Randle's not a number one guy. We all know that. But if he goes to Portland, he'll be an instant number three guy there, because you got Durant and that dude Anthony Simmons. So he'll definitely be an instant number three guy over there. So that makes them an elite team if he goes over there.
Yeah, that 7th spot in the draft, man. That's 5 straight years that spot moved up, man. Something gotta give, man. That spot is rigged, man.
Yeah.
That spot is rigged.
That spot is made for us, man. Number 7. but listen, man, I think we're in a good spot regardless. I mean, if anything, right now that we know what our fate is, now I'm excited because now the ball is rolling. Now I could feel the energy changing now. There's a lot more things to talk about. There's a lot of possibilities of which way we can make this roster go. But not for nothing, these Knicks probably not going to do nothing. They're probably going to just pick number 11, and we're just going to go about our business.
That's
I think that's what's going to happen.
Really fucking. I'm getting tired of Leon Rose. That's when I get tired of Leon Rose. That's when I start to become agitated with him. He's mad lazy, bro.
Well, I mean, as long as he doesn't draft Kevin Knox again,
No, I don't. I trust their drafting. That's not the issue. The issue is stop being fucking lazy. You got too many assets to stay at 11. There's no way you let Portland draft at 7, bro.
I don't think Portland's drafting at 7. We definitely got to make a play for that. I think Julius Randle could do it, but it really depends on what other players they have, that they could tack on to add, to match the money and stuff. That'd be good, man. But you gotta be careful what you wish for, because if we get rid of Julius Randle and now we still got Tibbs there, So I mean, got all these young guys, and they're gonna, Tom Thibodeau's gonna be in charge of them. So
yeah. And that's the thing. That's the internal battle I'm having right now as we speak. Is the Thibodeau stuff, man. Yeah. Thibodeau is scary, man. Thibodeau. This stupid motherfucker played Alfred Payton a whole season, dog. Had me and you battling each other for that.
Did you see Alfred Payton smiling the other day when they was doing like the pep talk? Who was it? What's the dude's the Shaqtin' the Fool? What's his name? He was doing like a they were doing like a dog routine and shit, and then Aiden was down barking on the floor and all this other stuff. They're trying to get everybody hype, and freaking Alfred Payton was in bliss, man. He was showing all his teeth. He was so happy, man. You're not happy for him? You're not happy for Alfred Payton?
I'm happy for Frank Ntilikina. That's what I'm happy for. I'm happy for the boogeyman. The guy who Tibbs couldn't play.
He sucks, man. Jesus Christ. Frank Ntilikina is in a perfect spot though, because he's basically like the they play a long bench because that's their strength. They have to play a long bench. They have to get fresh defenders in there to keep guys on their heels and stuff. So Frank Ntilikina coming in there playing 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there, just being a defender guy. That's what he's supposed to do. Nothing else, nothing more. The Knicks always was trying to make him do more than he was supposed to be. So him in his role now with the way Dallas plays is perfect, because he's around a bunch of other bums. That they all could just be bums together. It's like Skid Row. On the Dallas bench, nothing but a bunch of bums.
he still get minutes, and he still guards the other team's best player in those said minutes.
Yeah, but that's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's.
I know, and that's what he could have did for us. And he contributes to winning. And Alfred Payton contributes to bench talk. So
That's the opposite. I think Elfrid Payton contributed to our winning, and Frank Ntilikina is the one that didn't contribute anything to end
winning win.
The winning season that you didn't like, the
What
almighty
winning-
fourth seed.
What winning season? I don't.
If Frank Ntilikina played in that almighty fourth seed, we wouldn't have made the playoffs.
Oh, that would have been a great thing. You know,
Yeah.
hindsight to tell you.
But listen, man, Frank is in the right place. Like I said, he's on Skid Row. The Dallas bench is Skid Row. There's not one player on that team that's good outside of Luka and Jalen Brunson, who's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? These guys might win the damn title this year. You know, if they beat Golden State, you know what I'm saying? If they play Boston, you know, in the finals, Dallas can win the championship this year. And it won't be because of Frank Ntilikina. It will be due to Skid Row. It will be due to Skid Row down there.
He gonna guard somebody for a couple minutes.
Yeah,
you know that.
So will one of the other bums on their team.
Okay, you know that.
Yeah.
You know we know that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right, they're killers. 7-15, man. Thanks again, Parrish, for the super chat. Yo, Paris got us like strippers, man. He's like throwing like fucking single. He's like throwing singles and shit at us. He's throwing tokens and freaking bus champions
in the 7-15 picks. Yo, like Paris, you're not wrong. That's not the problem. The problem is the 64-year-old stupid dummy who wants to win his way. That is the problem. That pick is not going to play. That's it. He's not going to play. He only played Grimes due to a Derrick Rose injury and due to who caught COVID? Burks caught COVID or Evan Fournier? Somebody else caught COVID around that same time, and Grimes played. And Grimes had got a start actually.
Yeah. Well, I think he had caught COVID too. This guy, Deuce. I think Deuce had caught COVID too. He was just about to get some burning heat, and then he was in COVID protocols for like a week. Yeah, look at this picture, man. That shit is like made for him.
Made for him. Crazy. Tibbs learned. Tibbs really learned.
I don't know. You can you know, what's the saying? You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Like. See, me and Evil from New York, man. And when you're a New Yorker, you can't bullshit another bullshitter. So Tibbs is a bullshitter, and he can't BS me. And I'm not confident that he will change anything. He just talks coach speak. He lied last year during the playoffs. Remember when he said he's gonna throw everything at the kitchen sink at the game 3? What did he do game 4?
He didn't throw the kitchen sink. He wasn't even in the kitchen. He was outside, you know, trying to turn the faucet on outside, trying to turn the hose on. Well, let me talk to Blake, man. Blake says we got Mitch and we got Simmons. We don't need Durant. You know, so I mean, my thing is like State said, you know, trades and stuff. If we're very aggressive, we can trade Mitchell Robinson for the 5th pick and get your wing that you want. Let's say if we do that, and it might not be Shaden Sharp. It could be very well. It could be Jaden Ivey at number 5. You know, so there you go. If we was to trade Mitchell Robinson, we possibly can get Jaden Ivey or one of these guys, AJ Griffin, whoever you like. You know, we can get them in that spot, and we still hold on to number 11. If you still hold on to 11, then draft Jalen Durant too.
I think Ivy could fall at 7, but the Knicks will have to make that trade.
Yeah, but they don't have to fall to 7 if we trade with Detroit.
That's true.
You know, but I'm greedy, man. I want to trade with Detroit and get the 5th pick, and I want to get the 7th pick. You know, I'm greedy, man.
That's too much of a.
Not really.
So, thinking cap wise, right? Brock Aller already it was rumored that he wanted to move Mitch during the season because if the Knicks wasn't going to pay him, he felt like it was better for the Knicks to save cap space. So you trade Mitch during the season, but we didn't trade him because of Tibbs. Tibbs wanted to keep Mitch. So it all depends on where the line is drawn at. Do you want to reset paying a player at that position premium money and allocate your cap space to other areas of need? Because let's be real, watching the playoffs right now, I got the playoffs on right now actually with the Celtics and the Miami Heat, and these teams go small in the fourth. Like, I'm watching these teams go small in the fourth with no 7-footers on the court. The Mavericks don't deploy a 7-footer. The Warriors don't deploy a 7-footer. Both of those guys are in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
The East, they have Robert Williams, Al Horford. Both of those guys are tremendous, but both of those guys could guard 1 through 5. And
who won the championship last year, though?
Last year's champion was the Milwaukee Bucks.
And how many big men did they have on their team?
They had Giannis, who's like a big man point guard, everything. And then they had Portis.
Portis is damn near 7 feet. It's like 6'11".
And Brook Lopez, he's 7 foot.
Right. Okay. So, they won the championship with 7-footers. You know what I'm saying? So, there's more than one way to win a championship. Even last year too, Phoenix was in the finals with them, right?
Yep.
So I mean, they had a 7-footer there in Phoenix. They went to the finals. So every year is different. You just gotta get a good team out there. Phoenix, they might have peaked. I think they peaked too soon. And then they just weren't able to recover. As far as the Bucks, I think the Bucks was guilty of the same thing. I think they might have peaked. Giannis was extremely tired. He was just like run down. They didn't really improve the team the way they should have. To prepare for that. They didn't do that. So that's the reason why you see the teams that you have out there now.
Yeah.
But there's more than one way to win stuff, man. So I mean, the Knicks that's currently constructed, we can go small, but it depends. Tom Thibodeau has to want to do that. If we stand pat and we don't make no trades and we just draft, we still got Obi Toppin that could play power forward, and we still got Julius Randle that could slide to the 4, and we could play small ball just like the rest of them. We're just gonna have to really hope that these guys that we have, like Cam Reddish, that we hope that Cam Reddish finally pops. Hope that RJ finally makes the next step. Hopefully, Deuce McBride or Quickly or somebody really takes that step and say, "Listen, I'm here," and they make that step. There's so many guys on our team that if they can make that step, that we'll be a lot better just off of that alone, And why not? Why not? Why can't Deuce McBride be all of a sudden break out next year? Why can't Quickly break out again, make another step? Why can't our guys do that?
Because the coach loves vets. He's going to play the vets all the minutes and run the offense through the vets again, and then make excuses and say things like, "Oh, I should have played the kid sooner earlier in the season," and he's going to lie like that again, and fans is going to believe it again. He only won in the season where it was COVID, 72 games, 2K fans in the stands.
Yeah.
So Tibbs got a lot of proving to do. In the season where it was real basketball, after 60 games, and the season before this one we just had, the Knicks was horrible. And then when we got in the playoffs, we was terrible. Very next season, he goes 3 for 17 in a 20-game span. Really? And you don't hear fire Tibbs chance?
Well, I think nowadays, I think there's a lot more fans that's down with it, but they're not like fire Tom Thibodeau the same way we were saying fire any other coach. I think everybody's on it. The only the proof of that, shout out to Joe Sick as well too. He just gave us a super chat. I don't know what we're gonna be able to do to get that top 5 pick, but I don't want to be involved in that anymore. No more top picks. I think after this lottery, I think I kind of want to start progressing. But the point I was gonna say is that Knicks Fan TV and freaking Anthony Donahue are the only 2 guys that still like trying to get milk out of a cow through Tom Thibodeau, and everybody's calling them out on that. So I think we're more together as a fan base than you give credit, man. I think a lot of fans are really tired of Tom Thibodeau too. We want to see these young guys play. After watching Obi get 40 and triple doubles from Quickly and stuff like that, after seeing those guys play, you know, people are starting to see that this guy's like a fraud. You know, Tom Thibodeau's a fraud.
Hmm.
At least I'm
I see.
hoping. You know, I'm hoping.
I see, man. I see Jaden Duran, Dyson Daniels, Benedict McDermott. You know, so
There's some names there, man. You know, there's some guys that could possibly pop. Somebody could pop. You know.
I want to know what's up with Mitch and the Knicks now. I think that's one of the main topics.
Well,
Discussion.
what's the name? Jarrell said we technically right now we don't have Mitch. Mitch is a free agent right now. Right now he's not on the roster. Once free agency hit on July, whatever, he's not on the roster anymore. You know, he's gone. Basically, right now, basically, Mitch is not on the team right now. You know, so he's an unrestricted free agent. You know, if he wants to play ball with us, you know, and get us something in return, or to possibly squeeze out extra money out of a team like Detroit, you know, throw us a little bone, give us the 5th pick. You know, do the Pistons have any more picks? No.
Nah, not that I know of.
Yeah. There's a lot of research to do, man. I feel like we could look at this draft so many different ways. You know, come up with a lot of different things to talk about as the time goes on.
Yeah, man. Yo, that is so tough what they just did in the lottery to my Knicks.
They didn't do nothing to us, man. We supposed to get 74% 11th pick, man. We would like 9% to get into the top 4, 2% to get the 1, 2% to get the 2, the 3, and the 4. 2%. 2%. You know what 2% is? If I had $100, 2% is only $2. What the fuck am I gonna do with $2? Can't get nothing with $2.
Do your homework. Stayed on top 10 centers available. Drafting a center with my lottery pick. And in the playoffs where I'm watching teams once again go small in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but last year you saw the big men win last year. You know, the reigning champion on the final 2 teams they were big men heavy.
Yeah, but the Chris Kobe Middleton and Drew Holiday though, that's the X factor.
Yeah, and also too, look at the top of this draft. You got Shaq Holden, excuse me. He's 7 feet tall. You know, we got Banchero's gonna be coming here banging on Cavs. Jabari Smith is ready to play. So he says he's talking a lot of shit right now. And next year's draft, if you look ahead, there's a lot of big men in next year's draft too. So, you know, we probably gonna need a big man to battle. And there's gonna be like I think there's gonna be like a resurgence of the big man. It's gonna be different. It's not gonna be like Shaq and those guys. It's gonna be a different age of big men. So we're gonna need somebody to be in there to fool around with those guys. You know.
Yeah, we will. It all depends. The NBA is a copycat league, so it all depends. But being a copycat league, the Knicks would still play centers that rim protection because our coach is Tibbs, and Tibbs believes in rim protection 48 minutes of the game. For example, having Nerlens Noel on the court while LeBron James is at the 5.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Yeah, hopefully Tom Thibodeau. I don't know, man. I really don't know what to say. I'm gonna say something that I don't even believe. I was gonna say something that didn't make sense coming out of my own mouth. But I mean, hey, Kenny Atkinson is coming off the board. He's about to be hired by somebody. So Johnny Bryant is probably like our only really like person that could take over right away. That we don't have to worry about restarting the whole offense and all that again. Somebody internal that can come in and just do their thing. Jeff Van Gundy's he's done that. Took over for whoever. I forgot who it was. What was it? Don Nelson. Don Nelson was the coach, and Jeff Van Gundy
Nelson was the coach for like half a season.
Yeah, but we were winning though.
True.
We were winning, and they still kept. And what's funny about that too is that from that time when we had Don Nelson, fast forward a couple years, we ended up getting the Don Nelson team with Canby and Sprewell and all these guys. We ended up getting the Don Nelson team after. So sometimes you got to go through stuff to really see what we really needed to do to get where we needed to go. But the Knicks always in their own way. So Hopefully now we can finally make the right decision, bro. Hopefully. Yeah.
Yo, Tibbs, man, it's just the coach, man. He does not, and this roster is stupid. Like, I still gotta. Yeah, this is so disappointing.
Yeah, man. All right, so we definitely got to come back, man. Come back on. You say 3 weeks, so we're gonna pause the the tandem and come back in 3 weeks.
Man, we could talk tomorrow, man. Let me look up some. I gotta look up some of these prospects, man.
And yo, it's quote unquote draft experts, man. To hell with them, man. To hell all those draft experts and stuff like that. I don't give a damn about none of them people what they got to say. You know, I would like a Paris Duggar. You know, that's a draft expert. There's a couple guys in here saying stuff. You know, I'd rather get one of those guys.
Yeah, another guy, Tibbs going DMP.
Yeah, but if you get a draft expert in here to tell you about the prospects, you know, Tom Thibodeau's still gonna not play the guy. So no matter who you got that's gonna come in here that you think is a draft expert, you know, they're still gonna he ain't gonna play them. You know, so.
And people using the rebuttal that look at the last number 7 overall picks and the last 11 overall picks. It's just Tibbs is the coach. Tibbs going to get that guy enough minutes to flourish. Because I watched him give our number 8 overall pick like 10 minutes in real time, like in real games. And he was playing well, like 7 points in 10 minutes. Like, I really watched my coach do that. So do I expect for Tibbs to play a certain guy that we get at 11 meaningful minutes early? No, I don't.
But he really got Jabari Smith as the number 1 pick for Orlando. That's NBA Draft.net now. What am I missing with it? For guys that are still listening to us, is Jabari Smith that good? Because from what I see, I don't see a good basketball player. You know, I mean, I see a good basketball player, but I don't see number 1 pick though. Like, I would never pick him over Banchero.
The nice thing is Banchero going to fall he's going to fall right to the Rockets.
Yeah, he should.
Right to
he should, and them young boys, they might surprise a lot of people next year. You know, because that's all they really. Well, I mean, they got Christian Woods there. You know, so you know, add Banchero to that mix. That's a good team there. You know, they're gonna be running cats down. And they got John Wall too. They got to trade John Wall. So if they trade John Wall and get a player for John Wall, they might actually be a playoff contender.
They might.
You know,
they might. I'm gonna do some homework tonight. Matter of fact, because I probably just do some overtime anyway. So I'm gonna stay at work and I'm gonna just lock in. Probably lock in for like 2 hours. Look at some draft prospects. Look at who we could get at 11. But yo, we can definitely trade up. Portland do not need that pick. They don't need that pick. So I'm just hoping the Knicks, you know.
I'm looking at right now. This is that Ochi Agabagi, whatever his name is. They compare him to Desmond Bain and Kalena Azubuike. That doesn't really make me feel excited, you know.
Tickle my fancy.
Yeah, that doesn't give me a tingle at all, you know. You know, I feel like we got that player already in Quentin Grimes, you know.
Yeah, like I got an Obi Toppin already. I got that sound like an archetype my team got already.
All right, well, Jalen Duran, right? Everybody says that he's going to be the first center outside of Chet Holmgren. Let's see who they compare him to. That's why I don't really use the NBA.net site because it's just too much loading and stuff. They compare him to Andre Drummond.
Who?
This guy Jalen Duran.
Nah, he ain't no goddamn Drummond.
Yeah. I see it too. You know, the little clips that I was playing a little earlier. I can see what they mean by that. You know? But we can just get Andre Drummond for like $2 million for like the minimum. You know, if we really need a center like that. I get it though. You know, he seems like a rough kid. You know, like a rough dude. We definitely need some dogs. And we're gonna need it at the center spot because Mitch Robinson's not a dog. He might play good defense or whatever, but he's not a dog. I wouldn't describe him as a dog. And this kid, Jericho Sims, is like a sweet. He's like a he's like a cowardly lion. He's super strong, but he's like super passive too.
Yeah, barely speaks. He's mad quiet, mad
Yeah.
conservative. I've been said this team need more rah guys. We got a lot of nice guys, a lot of cool guys, not enough tough guys.
All right, man. So you wanna get to the drawing board and come back with something for tomorrow?
Yeah, man. Gotta look at some draft prospects. Gotta see what some of these guys got. Let's look at the draft lottery again. So between 5 and 10, I think it all depends on what the Kings do at 4. Are the Kings going to go?
They can't take a guard. I don't think.
You don't think they could take a guard? They drafted Fox but traded Tyrese Halliburton.
Right. But then they got that dude. They just drafted a point guard last year, and then they have Fox, so.
So yeah, but that's the Kings though.
Yeah, the Kings are freaking idiots, man. They don't deserve to be up there. They don't deserve to be a top 4 pick.
So the Kings, I think the Kings will be the first team that is stupid.
OKC too, man. Fuck OKC.
OKC.
They'll probably take Chet.
They're taking Chet. If I'm OKC, I'm taking Chet.
Yeah. Orlando's a bunch of idiots. OKC's a bunch of idiots. Sacramento's a bunch of idiots. Detroit, I feel like they're on it. They're close, but I'd rather see if I could steal that pick from them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Indiana's a bunch of idiots too. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do over there.
Yeah, they don't need Ivy. I mean, Ivy for them would be a box office draw. But if I'm Indiana, I'm going wing. I'm looking for a big wing.
Yeah, I mean, because they already got the power forward. They got a power forward, and they also want to trade away, what's the name? The center that they have there.
But I could see Indiana trading back though.
Yeah, I could see that too.
So I could see Indiana saying Malcolm Brogdon and nah, that's stupid. Why would Indiana trade back though? They don't need guards. There's no wings available at that spot. Do they want a center? They just traded Sabonis. So that's another team where it's tricky.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. They probably need to trade more than anything because their roster is all cluttery. They have a championship level coach there with no blueprint, So I don't know what they're doing there. So Indiana probably will end up trading that pick as well. Indiana, Portland, Detroit. It's gonna be interesting, man. New Orleans too. I don't really think they need another young guy.
Nope.
San Antonio, I don't know what they're doing either. Washington, another waste of a franchise. It's a bunch of, and then OKC got they pick right after us. They got the 12th pick. Bunch of maniacs. Charlotte got 2 picks. Look at that, 13 and 15.
They won't be needing both of those.
Yeah, that one is the Knicks pick. Cool, man. So let's get to the drawing board, come up with some scenarios, and then we just come back and just chop it up, man.
Yo, Kareem, yo.
You do. You look like.
I'm really annoyed, and like I'm trying to like gather my emotions right now, like on live, and like you can see the frustration.
You look like you got stood up and shit. Like you had a date and then you got stood up.
Yo, I'm fucking devastated, bro. If you want me to be honest with you, bro, I'm devastated, bro. This is stuff. This is the Kang stuff that I be seeing. Like this typical winning meaningless games, doing dumb shit like playing Alec Burks after the All-Star break, doing shit like you go 3-17, but you still trying to win games. You stupid MFers. What are you doing? So now we might get the 11th pick for Tibbs to just DMP the dude because he thinks Taj Gibson can still play.
Yeah, but you remember this guy though? Remember him in the end, like towards the end of the season? We won a couple games because of this kid. You know, we played the kids, and and look what happened. We won all those games at the end of the season.
Evil, that ain't good enough. I'm disgusted right now. Don't play quickly.
That's what you look like right there. That's what you look like. That's what you look like right now. Look at RJ looking at you.
Oh my God. For what? And people gonna be like, people gonna say, oh, I bet we trade the pick. Trade the pick for who? What you getting with the 11th pick?
I don't know. Maybe we can get what's the name? Kyrie Irving. We know he's not playing for the Nets next year. He can't even get on the billboard. He can't even get on the flyer. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Remember that? Any of those guys intrigue you? Jalen Duran, turn around, jump shot, bang! Julius Randle, step back three, bang!
Tibbs will send him so fast. 7-footer shooting jump shots. Sit on the bench.
Taj Gibson, corner three, bang! You don't like that one? That was a funny one. Taj Gibson, corner three, bang!
Yo, if Taj Gibson is playing basketball for my Knicks next season, we have a problem. Derrick Rose should not be. He should not be a Knick no more. We don't need him. We don't need Randall. We don't need none of these dudes, man. With all due respect to Derrick Rose, where is he going to play? We need a starting point guard. Are you going to promote quickly to the starting point guard position now? You're looking at him. Now we looking at the. I don't want to talk about point guard no more.
Bang!
Emmanuel Quickly, here's your New York Knicks starting point guard for next season. That's what happened tonight. I don't give a shit about no Jalen Brunson. Don't talk to me about John Wall. Don't talk to me about Russ. We got the 11th pick. I'm good. I am good. Start quickly. That's the starting point guard. That's what happened tonight. If you want to hear something positive that comes out of tonight, my first reaction, Emmanuel Quickly is the starting point guard for the Knicks next season. If Derrick Rose is still going to come back.
We'll see. Who knows? Tom Thibodeau might get fired, man. He might be fired after the first month of the season.
Yo.
Wouldn't that be funny?
If he start off bad, which I think he will. Yo, the Knicks, how do you keep him after him going 3-17?
I don't know, my man.
All right, let's get back to it tomorrow, man. NBA playoffs is on. Diehard, man, absolutely devastated. I don't even have the energy to say the Apple Podcast crap. Shout out to Apple Podcast, man. I see
all these guys
here. All these guys at Google, Stitcher, they play it. All by the 11th seed. The 11th pick. DMPs. But, yo, let me holler at you, dog, man. I'm out of here, man.
I see you. Before we go, I'll play the intro again. I like it, man. I was gonna use a evergreen beat, but it don't really go with the intro that I made. So we'll see, man. I'll play it as an outro right now. So bye, State.
All right, bro.
I'll see you later.